Namaste. This is a short warning. When I started on this path, nobody really told me what would happen when I started to really meditate and experience things. The great part about it was I began to experience some pretty amazing things that were often different from what other people were experiencing, because it depended on what frequency I was connected to, because the universe has loads of different frequencies, just like music. They have different octaves of the same note, overtones, undertones. Well, it's no different from the universe. And they were amazing. But what no one really tells you is that when you first start to go deeper into meditation, you find the meditation that really connects with you. Because as a side note, as you can see, I'm very big on side notes, there are a lot of different ways to meditate. There is no one right way. According to Osho, I think there's 112 or 120 techniques. And all the different paths I've gone through, including with sound, there are a lot of different ways to connect. You just have to find the meditation technique that works for you and then stick with it. What starts to happen when you really meditate, and I mean like every day you dedicate some time, sometimes shorter, sometimes longer, is you begin to feel really uncomfortable. That you will go through a period of great uncomfortability as things start to rise to the top. Things that you have buried very, very deep in your being. And the more you open your body through asanas, the more you use breath to move energy, the more this form becomes open. Because remember, you are in every single cell of your body, and when you can start to connect to it, things rise to the top. And so yes, this is a warning for you to understand that you will go through uncomfortability as things start to rise. And hopefully by then you are in a place that you can move through all of that in a healthy way, that you can observe it and just know that it is your conditionings, your karmas, your habits, your addictions. None of them are you. They are all just part of what is human nature, but also what is your conditioning, what has been put into you since birth, since before. And that when that starts to come up to the top, it will be uncomfortable and it will be hard. I can attest to that. Oh my gosh, can I attest to that? When I've understood how much has been buried in here, and when it started to come to the top for me, a lot of it was played out in my dreams. And there were weekends where I would spend the entire weekend crying, just releasing and giving forgiveness and gratitude, but also experiencing it in a way all over again. But I had the tools to be able to experience it and let it move through me without it affecting me. That when we speak about duality, there is the you, the me that was within a place of peace and bliss, and then there was everything that was moving around it, all the emotions, everything that was coming up, the uncomfortability. But because I was holding it in duality, I knew there was me, and that this was all just me experiencing humanness and what I had put in here. So this warning is just to explain to you that if you are not in a place, you don't have a teacher, you don't have a support system to explain what this path will be like, know that you will move through uncomfortability. And I hope for you, as it has been for me, that you have a world filled with love and support that will give you, I like to think of it as a bubble of love. I'm surrounded by this beautiful bubble of love by some very beautiful people, and I am bouncing around in it and going through all the uncomfortability and the suffering, but surrounding me is love. And if you don't have that, then just watch these videos and know that you are loved by me and by the Absolute and the universe, and you are not alone. that this is part of the process of being human, of coming back to you, to be uncomfortable, to go through what comes out and not to just bury it back within you. So this is my warning to you. Be prepared and just remember, it's not you. And don't be afraid to ask for help. Don't be afraid to ask for love. Don't be afraid to ask for whatever it is that you need as you're going through all of that, just to know that you're not alone. And if you don't have any of that, really remember, you're never alone. You are connected to a greater consciousness. And if you tap into that, or just go out and sit in nature while you're going through this and just experience and feel the love and the healing of nature and all of the elements, it will help you through it. But just remember, as you come out of it, every time you go through that tumbling period, what happens is, as you release, you create more space in you. And as you create more space in you, it allows for you, the spirit, to expand within your human form. And the more you release, the more you expand, the lighter you feel, the more liberated you feel, free to fly like an eagle. And that's what you're doing, is you're creating space in you for you to expand into this human form. Namaste.